What is up, everybody? My name is Hello. Welcome back to this channel. We're doing Codeforces problems in Python. Today, we're going to be doing problem 344A. This is called magnets. Again, an A-level problem, but a very interesting one in that. Let's go ahead and read through this problem and attempt to solve it. So, mad scientist Mike entertains himself by arranging rows of dominoes. Okay. He doesn't need dominoes, though. He uses rectangular magnets instead. Each magnet has two poles, a positive, okay, and a negative, a minus. If two magnets are put together at a close distance, then the poles will repel each other, and if they are opposite poles, they will attract each other. What they're saying is a negative and a positive followed by a negative and a positive. The ends being positive and negative, they attract. If it's positive, positive or negative, negative, they won't attract. They will repel instead. Okay. Mike starts by laying one magnet horizontally on the table. During each following step, Mike adds one more magnet horizontally to the right end of the row. This is important to this problem, to the right end of the row. Okay. Depending on how Mike puts the magnet on the table, it's either attracted to the previous one, forming a group of multiple magnets linked together, or repelled by it. Then Mike lays this magnet at some distance to the right from the previous one. We assume that a sole magnet not linked to the others forms a group of this own. We'll try to break this problem a bit more down in a bit in case you don't understand the wording. Mike arranged multiple magnets in a row. Determine the number of groups that the magnets have formed. So the input, the first line of the input contains the integer n, which is the number of magnets he's placing. Okay. Then the n lines follow with character 0, 1 if it is in a plus minus position. So plus is 0 and minus is 1, or 1, 0 if it is the minus plus position. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to copy this example right here and let's try to work through this. And by doing that, I will make sure that you guys understand the problem that is being posed here as well. And we will attempt to solve it as always. Okay. So something to keep in mind that the problem tells you. So 1, 0 is going to be minus plus, and then 0, 1 is going to be plus minus. This is not really required. 0, 1 is enough because again, if it's 0, 0, it repels. If it's 1, 0 or 0, 1, it attracts, right? Or 1, 1. This is all we need to know. So there are 6 magnets here in case 1, and let's try to keep all of them horizontally. Okay, so 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. And let's try to find out how many groups these magnets have. So you can see that this is magnet 1, magnet 2, magnet 3, magnet 4, magnet 5, magnet 6. And similarly, you can see magnet 1 and magnet 2 attract. Magnet 2 and magnet 3 attract. But magnet 3 and magnet 4 repel because it's a 0, 0. So this is one group. Okay. And this is magnet 4. Magnet 4 and magnet 5, you can see they also repel because this is 1, 1. This is one group. And then magnet 5 and then magnet 6 attract because it's 0, 1. So in total, there are 3 groups. This problem is calling for us to find out the number of groups given the magnets themselves. So how do you solve this programmatically? Obviously, we just put the entire list here and then solve from there. But let's try to do a bottom-up approach where we don't know what the next magnet is, but based on the previous magnet, we can say whether a new group is forming or not. And I'll tell you how we can do that. Let's just say the number of groups initially is going to be 1. Okay, because of course there has to be some input and at least one group will be there. Okay, so this is group 1, 1, 0, which is the first magnet we have placed successfully. And I'm going to place the second magnet. Now, before I place the second magnet, I will make one important distinction. If this is the first magnet that is being placed, I'm going to keep track of the polarity of this magnet, which in this case is 0. Okay. When I'm placing the second magnet, which is 1, 0, I am going to check if the first of this magnet is different than this number right here. So the last of this, consider this as a string and consider this as string 2. Okay, forget the magnets now. So I want to find out if the last element of first string is not equal to the first element of the second string, which means they attract. If the last element of the first string and this first element of the second string is the same, they will repel. Let's just try to see what this looks like as well. Okay, don't worry about it. So in this case, it is attracting. So the number of groups will be similar. I'm going to place the next magnet now and I'm going to check if this last digit right here is the same as the first digit. In this case, it's not. So I'm not going to increment the number of groups. This still I will call as one group. Now is where the challenge begins, because now I'm going to be placing another polarity magnet, which is 0, 1, and that is where a check comes in again. This number and this number are same. So when they are same, what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the number of groups by 1. Okay, just trust me on this one. I'm going to increase, and because obviously this is repelling, a new group is going to be created, right? We don't know how many groups totally are there, but we know by introducing this magnet right after this magnet, we create a new group. That's why we are increasing this number by 1. So again, let us try to put the next magnet in, which is going to be 1, 0. So we can see that this and this are equal, which means we need to add groups by 1 and separate this right here. And let us try to see what the next thing is. It's again 1, 0. So again, we can see that this and this is not equal. So this will be attracted. No need to increase the number of groups by 1. Okay. And by this, if we just calculate this answer, 1 plus 1 plus 1, which will give you 3. That is the 3 you're getting here, as in there are 3 groups. Now you might say something very interesting. You might say, well, why do we need to compare this last digit and last digit? Why? Because there are only 2 magnetic possibilities, which is 0, 1 or 1, 0. What I will say, if 1, 0 is followed by 1, 0, which means an attraction will happen. That is, no group will be formed. Or a 0, 1 will be followed by a 1, 0. So in both these cases, you can see that the left and the right are not equal, right? So in these cases, I am going to say that they are repelling and creating new groups. Okay. Now you can either solve it using this right here or this right here. This is a bit simpler, but in cases where you have more than 2 possibilities, you can do this method. Okay, we're going to solve for this method right here. I hope all of you are able to understand. If the current magnet and the next magnet are the same, they're going to attract, because the last and the first is going to be different. If the current magnet and the next magnet are different, we're going to be creating a new group, therefore repelling the magnets and tracking the repulsion as well, so that we can get a number of how many groups in total are there. If you're able to understand this answer, and I've given you 2 approaches here, try to implement this in your comfortable approach. If not, let's go ahead and try to implement in one of our approaches and see how that looks like. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and do n int input. Then I'm going to go ahead and collect all the magnets, right? So for in range of n, right, I'm going to take an input. Now before that, I will want to initialize a groups variable. Okay. And this will be, let's say, 0. Okay, let's just call it 0. Okay, and then I'm going to take a temp is equal to none. So initially the number of, when the temporary, what is this temporary element? This will be the first element that I am going to be taking, or we have some magnet to compare as to what was the previous magnet, right? So initially the previous magnet is none, therefore let's keep it as that. So I'm going to check if pre is none. That is, if there was no previous magnet, right? Let's just take, okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to take an input string here. So let us take a magnet as an input string, which is what we're getting here. If the previous is none, what are we going to do? We're going to put previous to be equal to our current magnet and the number of groups equal to 1. This is our initializing step right here. Okay. I'm going to just initializing step. Okay, for all other steps, what will we do? If previous is not equal to none, what are we going to do? We are going to compare if current magnet not equal to previous. What does that mean? Let's go back here. If it's equal, it's attracted. There's no need to be adding a new group. But if it's not equal, it repels. Therefore, we need to add a new group right here. So all we can do is groups plus equal to 1, right? Finally, once this for loop is done, let's go ahead and print the groups. And if I run this, okay, we are neglecting one thing here, right? We're not changing the value of previous, right, once the next magnet comes into the picture. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to set previous to be the current magnet value. So the next time we go, we know what the new previous is. Now if I run this again, you can see that both test cases have passed. I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste it here. Right, so let me go ahead and submit this solution. and you can see that the solution has been accepted. I'm going to go and click on it and see that you guys can see that the problem has been accepted. Now, if you guys have any questions on how we are solving this, or if you guys have any alternate approaches, let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Until then, bye.